Oh, we're recording. I was looking for the red thing and it's like, where did it go? I found it now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tea with Crema. My name is Chris. I'll be one of your hosts today, and I'm joined by my best friend, Emma.
Hello, everyone.
Today, we have really changed things up with our time zones. You know, typically, Emma records in the morning and I record in the evening. And so today we were like, let's try something different. And so it's morning for me and evening for Emma. And I think both of us are struggling really hard right now.
So if this sounds really funny, it's because we're really tired.
You know, it's fine. You know, we had to confirm what works. Just try it on the other side.
Like we kept confirming too, like, okay, so I could do this time and this time. And we just wouldn't commit. It was like, we just had to commit. And I was like, okay, you know what? Tonight for me, in the morning for you. So it's currently nighttime. I think it's almost 11. What time is it? Yeah, it's 10:30 p.m. So which means that it's 8:30 a.m. for Chris.
Woohoo! During spring break, I think that's what it is. It's the spring break. I'm not used to this. Oh my gosh. But the great part about morning recordings, I think we've only done it once ever before, for me anyway, is that I get to try a more caffeinated tea. I don't typically get to try those. So today I'm drinking an organic Nilgiri black tea from the mountainous region of Nilgiri in India. And yeah, it's from Bare Leaves Tea. It's truly just pure black tea leaves. And that's the only ingredient. And that's the only flavor. That's it. It's just black tea. It's definitely one of those. I didn't. Again, I like to just try things just to confirm. And, yep, this one's just black tea. And it's definitely one of those why would I spend extra money on this, thing that I can get for less money and they taste the exact same? Maybe my flavor profile isn't developed enough, but,
Your palate is not sophisticated enough for that pure black tea, I guess.
Clearly not. So I'm going to just stick with my HEB brand, Tazo, a little bit more affordable, because this is just y'all ship this all the way from India for what?
It's for the principle of the thing. It's for the tea connoisseurs, the tea enthusiasts. Well, you're drinking that fancy tea, and I'm drinking back to my good old faithful celestial seasonings, honey, vanilla, chamomile. Do you say chamomile or chamomile?
Chamomile.
Chamomile.
I don't know what the real answer is.
I don't know either. It's like that rooibos all over again. But so far it's alright. It's caffeine free, which I needed because if I drank caffeine at this time, yeah, I would probably be awake till 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I didn't need that energy in my life. But yeah.
That's one of my favorite celestial seasonings.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah, it's mild. It's nice. It's it's a chill tea.
Yeah.
It's not, super.
They also have a lot of caffeine-free teas, which is why I like their brand in general. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of places, even green tea has, as you saw with your conferences.
I don't want to talk about that.
Exactly. So they just have a lot of caffeine-free, and they're more fruit-flavored based. So it's just something you can drink it at 11 o'clock and not worry about, I don't know, other people, I guess, can drink coffee whenever and they're fine. But I still will stay awake.
They're liars. I think that they don't get a good REM sleep if they drink coffee super late at night. But what do I know? Who am I to judge? But I do, yeah, because this box that I got from the Celestial Seasonings, it's an entire caffeine-free box. So, and then, going back to that, no single-use plastic, it's all in one, container, and then you just pull out the bags. But yeah, so far I have not had one yet that I don't, oh no, that's a lie. There was one that was kind of spicy, and I was not a big,
was it a chai?
No.
Spicy. Ginger?
Yeah, it was a ginger one, and it it low-key made my my tongue like swell up.
Was it their honey lemon ginger?
Oh, it might have been that one, yeah. I'm not a big fan of like artificial ginger either. I really like I can just drink straight up ginger by itself. Which I know like ginger is an acquired taste, but yeah, that one was not it for me, friend.
Interesting. Also, I'm mad that I just knew that flavor. But anyways, I just know that brand pretty well. Today's episode is super exciting because we talk about designing houses and buying houses and like the process of home ownership a lot. And so today we're kind of bird's eye viewing it, dreamland entering, and just really thinking about our favorite house design principles. So really just getting into if we were building a house from scratch, wherever we wanted, irrespective of like budget considerations and career, anything, all of that. Like, we didn't have to worry about actually getting to work from where we lived. It all worked out. This would be our house design. Obviously, we know that like actually buying or building a house has more practical considerations. But I think this is a good place to start. Like, what are your dreams? What are those things so that when we are actually looking into buying a house, we know in some way, like, what are we actually looking for? What are things that are actually valuable to us? Things that we would put no matter what. Thusly, we could look for them no matter what. So that's our purpose today, is to really start looking into the home process, mostly because the market's not good right now. So no one's really buying a house.
So like we can only really dream at this point.
I'm just saying. Like, house market is not good for anybody. We're not doing any of that. So our first thing, the golden rule of real estate, I think, is location. So we got to start. Where is your house going? Like, where are you going to put this house? Where is it? Do you have a state in mind, a specific like site kind of thing? What's happening?
So funny. It would not be a state, actually. It'd be going in Costa Rica. If I had to stay stateside, though, I think that I would be somewhere like Colorado. Yeah, I really liked Colorado. It is kind of cold, but although I'd like to be next to a beach, but California beaches are dirty. Hawaii, there's just too much colonization going on. I just ethically cannot go back to Hawaii. Yeah, so I think I'd go to Colorado and, do that. Where would you go?
I mean, first of all, it's your house. It doesn't have to be stateside.
Yeah, so
it's your house.
Dream house, it would be Costa Rica.
Wow. So one of Emma's properties in the future will be in Costa Rica.
I would love to have an investment property there. Like, if I fully understood how real estate works, like, I would love to, like, Airbnb a place out there and then just have a place to stay. I just loved Costa Rica so much. But yeah, where would your house be?
Honestly, I'm not sure that I would actually move it out of Texas, just because I think for a lot of like practical reasons.
Not being practical though, like.
Well, it's because, so like my dream house involves growing a lot of things. And like Texas being in the south, like that's why I can't actually move the house past a certain like, what is this? The longitude, the latitude?
I was about to say longitude and then that sounded wrong. And then you said it and I was like, okay, maybe I was right.
I think it's latitude.
I was really bad at geography, everyone.
I think it's latitude. So I can't go a certain north latitude because things won't grow outside. And so like my fully realized house involves a lot of gardening and growing. And so it has to stay. Yeah. It has to stay in the south. And like the only place that it would either be Georgia or Texas as far as like in the south. Your boy's not messing with any of those like in between southern states. Even Georgia, I'm kind of
the racism out there. Even Texas, sometimes I'd be like, I don't know if it's really that safe in the country.
I'm not sure. So it would definitely be, and I haven't been international to say that I love a place so much that I would live there. I would hate to be like, yes, I'm going to commit to this place, and then plot twist, it's not great. Like I've been to Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico was nice and enjoyable, but also like it's a tiny island and I'm really afraid of hurricanes. So Like
You'll just be getting them too. It's not even like maybe there's a chance. Nope. It's a yearly occurrence at this point.
It's pretty regular. Like, so I think that's probably where it would be. I would probably avoid the coast. Again, hurricanes and tsunamis are up there on my list of natural disasters I don't want to live through. So that would be it. That's my location. Somewhere where I can grow a lot of things. So like Texas, most likely.
You need land. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so then how many houses, just kidding, how many rooms is your dream compound going to have?
I think it would have 3, I think, is like my max. Because I have to clean these.
Yes.
And even having 2 bedrooms has been so annoying. Why am I sweeping this room? Why is there... I don't even come in here. Why is there stuff here? Where did this come from? I don't understand. So 3 rooms max. And I think 1... Because again, this is like long-term ideal. And it would just be like 1 is more of like a work space. So like it has an office. It has a gym. It has those types of things. And then another would be like a true guest bedroom. Just guest bedroom. That would be it. And then the master bedroom. And I think from there, I do like those houses that have like 2 different living spaces. They offer a little bit of like versatility, whereas one is a more like media centric space and one is like a true like sitting room. And so, you know, you take your like your midday tea or your coffee or and then you just like, you're in that room just chatting. Like it's really person focused as opposed to the other room, which is more like we're watching a movie or more or playing a game. Like we're more technology focused. And then a really large dining area. And I would want an indoor and an outdoor dining area.
Yes.
Areas. And, you know, the kitchen gotta work. Like we're putting in work in this kitchen. I want 2 ovens. 2. I want 2 ovens. I want 2 of them. Possibly 2 ranges and not like right next to each other so that I have a little bit of space to like work and stretch out and move and like really get stuff going, or to host like my home competition cooking show. But like either way. And so I think that would be the dream space with I will say I do want a like front miniature home that's more of a storefront I want to host cooking classes about like, you know, farm to table cooking classes. So like, what are things that you can grow at home? And then what do I do with all of these like tomatoes now that I've grown them? What do I do? So like that farm to table cooking class. So like a front house, that's really like a store kind of thing. It's mostly just kitchen.
And then we like put cameras in there and then we have our own Food Network show. Like, come on now. This is it. Like, Girl Meets Farm Who? This is Chris.
I don't have to...
Chris Meets Homeland. Homestead.
Don't ever have to leave house because I grow food there. My work is there. Like, I'm good. Self-sufficient. That's what we're going for.
That is it. You know, with the way that the world is going right now, I'm going to need some self-sufficiency in my life. That is for dang sure. I think that okay, so I was even thinking about this too as we were like, okay, we're going to do our dream home episode. And I was like, bedroom wise, I think I need at least 5, which like I'm currently in the 3 bedroom right now and I hate it. It's so much cleaning. Like I don't even come into this back room where I record, yet there is always hair in here. Like I don't understand. Where is all this hair coming from? Like I know it's coming from my head, but how is it in here? I'm so confused. Anyway, so yeah, I would want 5. And that's because, you know, and Chris also asked a really good important question too. He said, is this dream home you and Isaac or is this like your dream home? And like, I think I just kind of think of him in mind too. But I feel like with 5 bedrooms, like, okay, so like we would have a room and then I could have like at least 2 kids. And then that would still be 3 rooms, right? And then we'd have an office and then a 5th room for like guests or whatever. Or we could even have 3 kids because then that second, whatever. There's options. We got options. And so, yeah, it definitely in terms of like spacing wise though, because I've always imagined that my mom, like regardless of where we lived, like she would come with us. And so, but I'd also want her to have like her own home just because like, I think that she deserves that. And it's not even like, oh, I don't want to live with my mom. It's like more like, I don't know if she wants to live with us. And so, at least then it's like she has her own space and like whatever. And like if she wants to come in for dinner, like, okay, obviously, or like, vice versa. But it's not like she's obligated to have to like share the space with us, right? So yeah, I think I definitely want like a mother-in-law, like a full house almost. Yeah, like, and she's always joked about like a tiny home, right? So you have to have enough land. But if I were, so thinking about my Costa Rica home though, I'd want to have an outdoor and indoor kitchen and, an outdoor indoor living area. And then it was like compound style in one of the homes that we stayed in. So like the owner of the house lived in like a completely separate house and there was just like a little bit of space and then it was our house. And it was so nice. She was like really sweet too. She would like bring breakfast for us every morning. And she was just like really sweet host. But I was like, oh, this is like so ideal. Like it's almost like a duplex, but there's enough space between the homes that it's not like you're in each other's space, right? There was no walls being shared, whatever. And then you kind of see that a lot here in Japan too, is like, families would build like compound styles with like the intention that the child would move out of the home into that like other home and then like take care of their parents. And then when their parents passed away, then they would like move into the main home and, continue the cycle over and over and over. Which I kind of like that style too, but I digress. So yeah, I think it'd have to be at least a 5-bedroom home, 3 bath, 4 bath. I mean, why not make it 7 at this point? That's so many bathrooms and so many toilets to clean.
I was like, cleaning bathrooms are worse than cleaning bedrooms.
Yeah, you're right. All I know for sure though is that I'd want to have an ensuite bathroom in the master.
For the master?
Yeah. I think that's like one of my, like I would need to have that.
Isn't that like a standard feature though?
Not always.
Oh, I feel like I've always seen them, but I guess I haven't looked at older houses where that might not be well, I guess I have seen like 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom homes where I'm just like,
right.
What? Which again for me works, but like this is a home. So like families lived here. How'd y'all make this work? But
you know what though? Like we grew up in a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. So like it was really only like one tub though. The half bath was in my parents' room and it was just a toilet.
Oh, it wasn't even a sink?
No, it was a toilet and a sink.
I was like, that sink really like
that's
the difference.
Game changer. Yeah, because like at least all of us could still get ready in the morning. But the shower situation was always a mess because like, and then they would never let me take a shower first because I have a tendency to like daydream and use all the hot water. And hot water be going out.
Especially in older houses.
Exactly. So
I would almost enjoy like a shower room. That's not necessarily like a full restroom. It's truly just like a shower room.
That's currently what my place looks like right now. So it's a toilet is in a separate room because it's a very it's more of a sanitary thing in Japan. That's why they put their toilets in a separate room. And then the opposite room is a shower tub. So the shower is like whatever, and then you have like a tub, like a soaking tub, and like that's like standard in all Japanese houses. So you always have a soaking tub because they're a very big bath culture here. I'm down. Don't mind it because like I think about it too, and I'm like, there's been times where like Isaac's showering, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to use the bathroom so bad, and so. In this case, like...
Now they're separate. They separate. Also, they're not inherently the same thing, like the same function. So, like, I don't know. I guess efficiency.
Yeah.
But, So, do you have, with all of these, like, designs that you see in mind, do you have, like, a design style, a, like, architectural style that really speaks to you, that really calls to you?
Oh, like a Quaker...
Did you just say Quaker? That's not even... When I think like Mediterranean's like the first thing, like Victorian style, you're just like Quaker? Quaker, is that a style?
Colonial.
Is that We're not doing colonials, first of all. We're not doing no colonies.
Oh, no. These colonizers be out here and they stay out here with these homes. That's why whenever someone like on HGTV is like, I would like a colonial style home, I'm like, colonizer. Red flag. I don't have like a favorite style, but I do like, what is it called? When the inside is like the carpentry was like done by, it's like very customized. Like it was like done by someone who like knows carpentry. Like that's their like, what is it called?
A woodmaster.
No. Okay. While I'm thinking about that, what kind of style is your favorite design style?
I think I have to really figure out if like the lines thing is what is the word I'm looking for? Like it's a temporary thing, or if it's like my life and I've chosen this. Or if it's just like a fad that I'm going through because it's the style. But I don't know. I know. I think I really like straight lines. Curves really agitate me. You just can't clean them as well. But I think it really would be like I like the glass and the windows because I'm a really big fan of natural lighting. And I think, yeah, I really think it would be, I guess, industrial, modern. I think those are the words. I think those are different though.
Contemporary. There is like industrial architecture. I just looked it up for the types of home design styles. So the one I was thinking of was craftsman. I really like an American craftsman.
We couldn't think of that word.
I know. That's why I was even thinking in my head like crafter. I was like, but in my head I kept saying marksman, and then I was like, maker's mark, and then I was like, wait, now I'm thirsty. Just kidding. But then I also like low-key love like a ranch style as well. I think
that's the one with like all of the nothing is understated in a ranch style. So like you chose the masonry on purpose to stand out. The wood is very specific on purpose to stand out. That's what I think of like ranch style.
But like, okay, something that I do not like is, which I feel like is very popular in a ranch style, is when the front door doesn't have, like, it's just like your front door. Like there's no entryway. I love an entryway.
Like an atrium?
Yeah. Like, like an awning, like.
Outdoors or indoors?
Both. Like I don't like it when it's like flat and you just see the door and then that's it. I'm like, where's the design? Where's the inspiration? Where's the welcoming?
What if the door was like in a patio, like a large patio, front patio area?
I would accept that because it's not like the house was flat. I don't know what it is about the flat house that I just do not like.
You just showed up somehow?
Yeah. Like I don't like that. It doesn't feel welcoming to me. I also like a mid-century modern, but I think I'm just kind of like, I love that aesthetic.
I've heard that when we watch HGTV a lot, but I don't know what that means. Mid-century modern.
I think it's the 60s, like very mod. Like I think of Brady Bunch when I think of mid-century modern, but I don't know if that's correct. I see this for you. I love that for you.
For you. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but you're also like, we have such different aesthets though. Like, I can definitely see you in industrial. And it's funny that you say like, oh, is this like a fad? No, because I've known you now for like 5 years. It's always been your non-negotiable. It's that it has to be glass. It has to be, silver, or it has to be a metal.
Because wood is so hard to match.
It is.
Because you could get like 2 things of mahogany and they still don't match.
But that's like the whole point. I like that. I like that look when it like doesn't match. And I know that would like drive you nuts.
Mm-hmm. That's why I love that for you.
I love that you love wood.
I feel like you would have a great like antiquing house story kind of, that's your house aesthetic. Like, I found this from this one antique store when we took a road trip to Nevada and we just had it shipped back to this home. Or we were walking the streets of Italy and we found this piece and now it's in our home. Like,
That's literally me. I know. And that's like so mismatched. I think that would give you anxiety, but that's like exactly the type of life I want to live. Like,
I would enjoy flying to your Costa Rica home and you could tell me the stories of your furniture pieces. And then I'm going to stay in an Airbnb down the street where everything matches.
Where everything's from IKEA.
It all makes sense.
But I do enjoy, like, I think I would need to have, which I guess we're moving now into, like, site features, is in terms of, like, sunlight, like, I would need to have windows. Like, I didn't realize how important windows were until I saw some of these apartments in Japan, and it literally felt like a shoebox with a tiny little cutout. So, like, as I was looking for apartments, I told them, like, I was like, I need windows, which I got, but it's not the sunlight that I like.
Do you think it's not the sunlight that you like because it's Japan and the sunlight's different, or?
No, it's because, like, I don't get any sunlight.
Are you in a north-facing apartment?
I don't know.
That's my current struggle. I'm in a north-facing apartment and it just...
Is it too much light?
No, it's not enough. The north doesn't really get any.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense.
Yeah, so you really want even a south facing one gets more light because somehow I don't know.
The one that everyone's more, which is the one that everyone says is ideal.
It depends on what you're going for. So again, like north facing has its benefits. East is fine because that has like bright early morning sun. Mm-hmm. And so I do know that like in really hot places, you want north and east facing windows because it's easier to keep the home cool in the evenings when the sun is at its peak. But again, in places where it's a little bit colder, you'd probably want south and west facing windows so that you get more of the natural heating from the sun. But I think for me, I would want south facing windows because it's like perfect for indoor gardening. You get all of the light, but I'd have windows on all the sides, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because right now, what I'm facing is that I only have windows on that side of the house. So like in the room where I'm currently recording, because it's under, like, when you come into the apartment, like this is the one that faces your entrance and there's no like sun coming in this side. So like I can't come in here and just like hang out and like want to read a book or whatever. I have to stay in the living room where like I just kind of like catnap and like follow the sun as it comes through my window. But it's not like, it's nice though because it's never like super hot. But at the same time, like I don't get full sun ever. So like also I think my plants too have to be kind of indirect light right now. So yeah.
Plus you can always put like a curtain on a window and then boom, okay, I got a little less sunlight. You can never undo, like if your home is not facing the right direction, you can't like grab more sunlight or like install a mirror. Like that's not how light works. I'd rather have too much and then put a curtain on it than to not have enough because you can't ever undo not having enough light.
Yeah, that's true. You put on here rain or water. Is that like a site feature? Can I just like say like, okay, I only want it to rain every third Tuesday?
So like, do you want a well on your place? Do you want like a stream or a river very close by? Did you want there to be, I don't know, an ocean, a lake? Like what? Water is like a massive consideration because A, it can be unpredictable. B, it can cause erosion, which has its own set of issues. And then C, if you're trying to grow things, that's a consideration that you need to have.
That's true. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Okay, first of all, whenever people are like, I want to have a beach house, I'm like, you're an idiot.
Dumb.
Because beach houses they're not good investments, everyone. Please do not buy a beach house. First of all, there's salt erosion. That's a real thing. So your house that you thought was going to last for 30 years is only going to last for half of that. Then you have hurricanes. Then you have tsunamis. Then you have, like, there's just so many things that can go wrong with a beach house. So
there are fault lines along beaches in a lot of North and South America.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think if I were to live in Costa Rica, even if I were to live in, like, Colorado or something, I'd want to live next to a river, though. Like, I just love being near water. A waterfall would be ideal, but...
You could be next to the tallest one in Oklahoma.
How tall is it? What, 20 feet?
We went to it. You don't remember?
Oh my gosh. Was that really the tallest?
That was it.
0 out of 10 would recommend to a friend. Do not go there, everyone. And then remember we went to that terrible diner, or that terrible Mexican food.
Tex-Mex. Yeah.
It wasn't even Mexican food. It was Tex-Mex. Ugh. Yeah.
In Oklahoma. It was...
Sorry, Oklahoma, but that was not it. Big old yuck. Okay, besides that, what about you? What kind of water features do you need to be near?
I think I would need a well, because that means that there's underground water available, or a river. I know, because running water is a lot safer than still water, in terms, especially like the summer with bugs. Oh my gosh. Mosquitoes love a good stagnant pond, or...
That's how you get the malaria.
Or even the edges of a lake, I would imagine. Like, that's why when you go on a lake, there's bugs everywhere, because, like, the sides are really stagnant, or can be really stagnant. So I think a river, it moves a lot more, and so there isn't as much availability. It's still there, but again, that water is super key for swimming, or for irrigation, or for swimming. Maybe like a whitewater river, you know? We can go right now. I'm just kidding.
A whitewater rafter? Is that why? Because then you need some, class 2 falls.
Could you imagine? No, I feel like also those places, I feel like it has to be kind of rocky. Because whitewater means it's like rapid erosion and regular soil would just disappear. So those are probably like in rocky places, and rocky places aren't great for growing things.
No, or living, but people do it. I think though that it's like lakes gross me out. I don't know how people have lake houses either, because like leptospirosis, you should never put your head down in a lake. I always need to tell this to people because I don't think anyone believes me, but lakes are gross. Like, I know I sound like a hater, like people who have lake houses and people who have beach houses, like, great, yeah, you can afford it. Also, that maintenance is such a B. Like, nah.
Oh, jeez. That's terrible. I think I'm good. I recovered. Are you referring to like actual lakes or like Texas lakes?
Both. Even like, especially Texas lakes, because they are man-made. There's just something about them, especially after you told me about, is it Ladybird? And how they had like rebar in it? No, I don't need that in my life.
It does have rebar in it because the dam broke and they didn't clean it out. They just built a new dam.
Yeah, so don't build your house on Ladybird, and then, or better yet, if you do build your house on Ladybird, don't let your children go swimming in there, Christopher.
It's a city ordinance. You're not supposed to. You get in trouble, allegedly. Shut up. I did. Many times. It was great. I don't know. I feel like, again, an artificial lake versus like Lake Michigan, which is basically like a little freshwater ocean, is different.
I don't know. Lakes gross me out. Ever since I found out that you could get flesh-eating bacteria in your ears in bio class, I said no to lakes.
You can get flesh-eating bacteria from the coasts in some places, so I'm looking at you, Galveston.
No, I was like, that's why I also don't swim in Galveston either.
I'm just saying. It could be anywhere.
When Isaac had proposed to me and, we were in Houston, I was like, I hope he's not, like, trying to get me to get into this water right now, because things that are not going to happen are me about to die after I just got engaged.
You might get a shark attack.
I don't know. What could happen?
That is not the move. All right. Do you have any final non-negotiables, things that you're like, this is going to be in my house? It could be something that's like a departure from a normal style that you're just like, I want this and it has to look this way.
Okay, so this is also just like very Japan-centric. I need a bidet. And I know that's like a bidet and also like a heated bidet.
Is that even a house design? Like,
No, it's a feature that I need to have. My future home will have a bidet.
A heated bidet, mind you.
Yes, because there's nothing worse than when you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and it's cold.
How do
you even
don't know anything about a bidet. Don't know how they work. It's not an American thing, so I cannot confirm or deny the importance of this. Isn't it a whole separate fixture? Like, it's not.
Yeah, so I mean, really, it can just like go on any toilet. Like, it's just like a seat that's around, whatever. But yeah. So that's definitely, I mean, that's coming back to the States with me. I've already decided that I'm buying one before I leave.
They have the ones here that you can install on your toilet.
Oh, yeah. Which I think is basic. No, actually, I really don't know the mechanics of my bidet. But yeah. What is one of your non-negotiables, if you have any?
I really have to have the really large kitchen and dining room. I am currently trying to figure out what made me think that a smaller kitchen would work out for me. And I hate it here. It's so tiny. So that is something that I can confirm. I spend too much time cooking things to have a small kitchen. Like, it truly just does not work out, non-ironically. So the large kitchen has to be present. It's going to be there no matter what. So I think that would be it.
I think that's like, especially because you are like coming into your own as your Chef Boyardee, I thought that was an interesting choice when you decided to opt for the smaller kitchen, because that was our biggest qualm in your last place. I think, going back to kitchens, I think that would also be one of my non-negotiables. It has to fit 2 people. Space is an important thing. If Isaac and I cannot cook in the same place, also because we're large people, so we gotta be able to fit. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, it just has to have enough space. And you don't realize how much, like, counter space is so valuable. Like, I would almost even, like, take a room cut to have a nice big kitchen.
Mm-hmm. The counter space, the, like...
storage.
The storage, when you open up the oven or the dishwasher and now your kitchen is impassable, it doesn't work. It's too much. It's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not... Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing. That, and I gotta be able to garden.
Yeah.
We outdoor garden in here, so I gotta figure that part out. So enough space to be able to garden and not be like in my neighbor's backyard. Like they're not like, oh, what is this plant and why is it in my yard now? Oops, sorry, eat the tomato. Like, it is what it is.
6 inches over your property line, sir. Please take your tomato plants back to your line.
Sorry, I ran out of space. They gonna stay here. Oh my gosh. Okay, any final thoughts on your dream house that we are manifesting right now in the future in Costa Rica or Colorado?
Greatness and, Airbnb revenue growth and my investment properties paying itself off. That's all I'm hoping for, in this manifestation. Any final thoughts for you?
No, my house is going to pay itself off too with my little farm-to-table kitchen cooking classes. So we're not just out here having real estate. We're having real estate that is monetary. Yes, it is paying itself off.
Wow.
In one generation, look at that. Making it work. All right, Emma, it's time for our...
rapid fire question!
Woohoo! So I know you wanted to revisit one of our earlier questions about a fact from your life that you learned recently that everyone else was kind of like, oh yeah, duh.
So it was really recently, Isaac and I were driving in the car and we were singing along to the song and someone was like, oh my gosh, can you believe it's a cover? And we were like, what? And so this really popular Pacific Islander band that we grew up with have sung this song forever. It turned out that it was a cover and we were so heartbroken. It still makes me sad thinking about it. There were definitely some hints that it was a cover, but we just didn't want to, accept it. So it is what it is. But today, my rapid fire question is, what is your ultimate favorite breakfast to either cook or to eat?
I really enjoy breakfast bowls where you just have a lot of ingredients that are your favorite and are cooked really well. So typically hash browns or the breakfast potato squares, and then tomatoes, oven roasted ideally, but tomatoes nonetheless, the little grape or cherry tomatoes, spinach, a really an over easy egg because I like to tie everything together with the gooiness of the egg. And then, just other farm fresh ingredients. So that would be my idyllic breakfast and I know eggs are some cholesterol, but eggs, if I could have an egg every day, I would. So that's my breakfast.
Mine is so dependent on my mood, but my ultimate favorite breakfast is McDonald's pancakes. Which people are like, that's not even real pancakes. Also, it's heated up in a microwave, y'all. I know, but I love them so much. But if I'm going really fancy, then my favorite breakfast is an Eggs Benedict with a good potato.
I really did not see the McDonald's coming. I just flat out just got Regina George hit by a bus.
I love McDonald's pancakes, and I love now that it's 24-hour breakfast, so it's part of that. So there's been some times where I just want McDonald's pancakes and a large fries, and that's my dinner.
Mm-hmm. I really thought you were going with the Eggs Benedict because that's what I've seen you order a lot, but I guess we don't go to McDonald's, so I wouldn't have seen you order these pancakes.
Fun cakes, and they're so good. I love them so much. Yeah, and I guess, but if I'm cooking for myself, my favorite home cooked breakfast is Spam, eggs, and rice, which that's a solid, just hits the spot every time. Doesn't miss.
Has all the 3 things. That works. Okay, so my rapid fire question today, I'm kind of really excited about.
Okay, let's hear it.
If you could collaborate with with any rapper, who would it be?
That's a hard one. Tell me why 3 automatically came to my brain. I was Nicki Minaj, City Girls, and Meg Thee Stallion. Like, all three of them. Like, I don't even know where I would be able to spit on that rhyme because, honestly, all three of them would just, like, they would kill it. Kill it. Oh, that's hard. Wait, or am I the rapper and I'm, like, featured on a singer's track?
It's a collaboration, so you're both, like, co-listed as the artist.
I would love to, like, collab with Lizzo. I love Lizzo. I think we would come up with such a fire collab.
Is she a rapper? A rapper, though?
You know, she not, but why I'm angry? Or even, like, Cardi B. Like, I love Cardi B's energy. I really do. I think that, yeah, I don't know, though. But, like, Nicki Minaj, you know, you got Meg Thee Stallion. She out here. She just graduated with her bachelor's degree. I love Nicki Minaj because she promotes education. Like, she's always like, go and get your education. You know, and so is Cardi B. I just love that she's always like, go vote. And then I just like the city girls, you know. I know JT got locked up and whatever, but it's fine. She's out. She's free.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Who would you do yours with?
It would be Megan Thee Stallion. Like, the Stallion. Like, the Stallion.
That's like
easy.
Texas right there.
Exactly. I mean, it's Houston, but like, it's fine. Like, it's still Texas. Like, it is what it is. You know, maybe we could, really pull Beyonce for another Texas remix, you know, like, gosh. I know the question was rapper, but I'm just saying.
Exactly. If I can have Lizzo, you can have Beyonce. That's fine. Also, isn't Lizzo from Houston as well?
I don't know. Is she? Could you imagine? Houston out here just producing all the talent.
You know what it is? It's because it's so hot down there. It's the humidity. It just like makes them develop these, I don't know, maybe their vocal cord, it's something out there.
She was born in Detroit and she moved to Houston. She moved there when she was 10. So like she's about as from Houston as you're gonna get. Right. You don't remember the first 5 of those 10 years anyway, so like
exactly. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I love that.
I came through on that question. But anyways, Emma, where can people find the podcast?
You can find our podcast on Instagram and Twitter at The Tea with Crema. You can also find our podcast on any of your streaming platforms. If you'd like to support our tea habit and buy us a cup of tea, you can also find us on Venmo at The Tea with Crema. We hope to see you next time. Bye!